This your boy Musa Reems. We out here, a lot of gang shit, you feel me? And we with You Are Chicago.
Some people do it for the love, some people do it for clothes. Pride, fame, or all of the above. People think they know the formula, but I've been new to format. I know people who do it for clout, wish that they had they soul back.
Tell you a story.
Yeah.
Alright, so on February 27th, 1999, at 7 p.m., somebody named Malik Muhammad was born. Fast forward 22 years later, he goes by the name of Musa Reems. He raps a little bit. He cooks. He likes to have fun. He studies and he spreads love. I go by the name of Musa Reems, aka Swank Thomas, aka Leroy Jetson. You feel me? And we here with You Are Chicago. I'm a rapper from the west side of Chicago and Woodside, so out west, the Austin neighborhood, Woodside, Broadview. Shout out to everybody in Maywood, Hillside, Berwyn, Westchester, all that. I rap. I'm an MC. I make a lot of music. I have a lot of fun. I also produce a little bit on the side, getting back into that. And I catch rip. My name Musa came to be because a lot of people say I act like my pops. And when my pops was younger, around the age I am, they used to call him Moses. So in Arabic, Moses translates to Musa. And that's how I got my name Musa. Then the Reems part, my middle name is Kareem. So I took Kareem Reems after the S, Musa Reems. There you go. And the thing about Moses too is that Moses usually had the gift for the gab. He could talk. So I'm gonna talk. People don't know that, but when I have a certain amount of knowledge on a certain amount of things, I like to talk a lot. But that's probably why I don't speak often, because I don't like just saying random ass shit. You feel me? And just saying stupid shit. I think you should, whenever you talk, you should have a basis, and you should have something that has meaning towards it, and something that can be progressive and be used for progression of other people and yourself. My environment, and then the things I experienced, I would say definitely helped me create my music. Growing up in Chicago, you grew up in the most segregated city of the United States, but you also get to see so many different cultures. So having so many different friends that didn't grow up like me, and then having friends that were similar to me, having that melting pot, and then being able to learn and realize who I am as a person definitely influences my music and how I create music. Also, traveling outside of the city of Chicago has been a huge impact on me. Just being able to realize that there's so much in the world, and I can have one story, but that one story can affect millions of people and affect a wide group of people. In the fall of 2017, I signed to N Records at Columbia College Chicago, and they released my first two EPs, official EPs. Lately I've been soul searching, and lately I've been soul searching too. And the meaning behind the title is that I was soul searching basically. I was looking deeper within myself to figure out who I wanted to be during a tough time and during that moment. And the reason why I chose the spelling soul, S-O-L, instead of S-U-L, is because I feel like the sun is a thing viewed in the world as a necessity, and it's something that's viewed as beautiful or something of a higher power. So I wanted to take that concept and apply it to multiple things within my project and my EP. And I also think a lot of light doesn't get shone onto Chicago, so it was kind of the sun reflecting this light onto the city, and just having a story from somebody that you may not have heard before. Gamma Quietus was my first full-length project album, and I released that late last year, and that was called Third. Gamma Quietus translates to third death in Latin, or third ending, or awakening. So I wanted it to just show that I was going through the third phase of my life. I felt like I did another dose, and then I did the Lately I've Been Soul Searching series. So it was on to the next part, and really elaborating and expanding on who I wanted to be and showing how versatile I can be on records. So that record was, I would say, even more personal than the first two. A lot of the things I talk about happened within my life, and I was able to work with a lot of more producers because it was 13 tracks. So just experimenting more with my sound and being able to understand what direction I wanted to go in was the main theme and the main concept I really focused on of Gamma Quietus. Musa Mondays was an EP I dropped this year. I kind of wanted to do the same thing I did with Gamma Quietus, but I wanted to spend even more. So each week I dropped a song on a Monday from different producers with a completely different sound, and I rapped over them, and then I compiled it into a compilation EP. And I wanted to show melodies, rhyme schemes, anything you can get technical about within the writing world and the music world. And it was amazing to me because I wrote all those songs within a month except for one. I recorded one a previous year. And just to see myself grow that much in a short amount of time was something I wanted to show to my audience, but also prove to myself. Being an MC every day, I'm trying to figure out how I can be better than I was yesterday. Man, that's a good question. Best verse I ever wrote.
You gotta spit it too.
I gotta spit it?
Yeah.
You never get shit if you scared. Living where I'm from is no mad libs or dooms, but it's mad villains. I roll around in the coop just like mad chickens. Only thing that's getting cracked is credit cards and bad women. We ain't talking unless I see some math involved now. Mad shorties wanna lay up like a basketball. After all, y'all just waiting for my cash to fall. Unfortunately, I'm fucking light years ahead of half of y'all. You never know if tomorrow's coming. Remember when I was alone, just like borrowed money is funny, cause now I get it like my borrowed dummy. Now I gotta clear my schedule to mark up something, nigga. Look, y'all people just mock fellas. I'm hoodie down, bucket low in the cut with block dwellers. If you got an opinion, it's your option to not tell us. I want millions, so my pitches is high like Doc Ellis, nigga. That's off of Word Up. Yeah. Growing up, I was a huge MF Doom fan. I got introduced to him in 8th grade by my history teacher, Mr. Connie. So shout out Mr. Connie. Like, you the reason why I rap. And a lot of people don't know that. In that moment when that happened, it's crazy how you live life and you never know what big moments are because they just happen. But that was a huge moment in my life because it turned me on to hip hop culture. And so MF Doom, after that I got into Big L, a big Biggie fan. A lot of East Coast hip hop. I was into Pharcyde, Dilla, Common. I was into Sean Price too. It's a lot of MCs. They all do different things, but those MCs were very distinct from everybody else to me. Jay-Z too. They tell stories that I think if you try to replicate their style, you can obviously see somebody trying to copy off of them or bite them. So that's why they're my favorite MCs.
What do you think about the current state of rap?
I think the current state of rap is raw, to be honest. Like I enjoy listening to a lot of music from other rappers. I know you're not supposed to say that because it's a competition. I still will body any rapper out there. I'm just saying, you feel me? But I still think it's a lot of dope rappers. Tierra Whack is amazing. It's probably my favorite rapper right now, outside of myself. Shout out her. Injury Reserve is really dope. Freddie Gibbs, Rico Nasty, Mike, Earl Sweatshirt. The list goes on, to be honest. It's in a great spot to be right now. So, yeah, Mick Jenkins, Saba. There's so many dope people that make music. The best advice I ever received is that you can have a dream, but you can't be so focused on the dream that you're not willing to adjust. So when I first started rapping, I had a dream that I wanted to be in a group, and we want to establish ourselves as a group, and that was gonna happen. But life happens, and people go in different directions. And people want to do different things with their lives. So instead of me just saying I don't want to rap altogether, my dream was still to rap, but it wasn't it wasn't the same as the foundation of the dream. So I was in the group, so I pursued the solo wise and continued it. So the best advice, as I said, would just be if you have a dream, you have to be willing to make an adjustment to your dream sometimes. You have to be willing to take curveballs and roll with punches in order to be successful. And to just be persistent with that when it happens. Chicago artist?
Yeah.
Brittany Carter, that's like my favorite like MC in the city right now outside of myself. Dre Isaiah, I'm saying like the whole Loop Theory, but they're really cold. Fem Dot's really good to me. I like Armani Day a lot. Those four people are really dope to me. So Armani Day, Brittany Carter, Dre Isaiah, and Fem Dot, really cold MCs coming outside the city.
Why are you Chicago?
Why am I Chicago? Look at how I talk, you feel me? Look how I dress. This is just Chicago swank, you feel me? Nothing on phone up. What we say? What else you want me to say? Like I can give you anything you want, you feel me? But I'm from out west. I love Chicago culture. Like my pops grew up on house music, listening to house music, listening to Minnie Riperton, rest in peace, Soul Legend. Growing up on certain things like that make me Chicago, and just going to school out here, being involved within the community, seeing the culture within Chicago. I remember. Even the way I dress, like going to Juggernaut, going to Leaders, going to Fat Tiger, growing up, meeting new people within the city and just spreading the word and just socializing and communicating and becoming close was made me Chicago. Chicago is close knit, and and it's beautiful. So that's why I feel like I'm Chicago. I would say tours. Another EP coming soon. I ain't gonna get y'all the title yet though, but it's gonna be raw as hell, guaranteed. You feel me? Tours, a lot of more material, a lot more collaborations with people. I'm working on a collaboration project with a couple people, so I feel like a lot of rappers like hearing themselves on records, and that gets very boring to me. So I try to work with people as much as possible because I want to hear my story, but I want to hear what everybody else in the world has to say too. So collaboration projects, beat tape. I've been talking about beat tape for a while, y'all, and I promise it's coming. But I just want to get y'all these raps first because I just want to show y'all how we coming. And things outside of rap too. I can't really talk on that right now, but I got like books coming out and like stuff like that. And I'm either gonna go into detail what kind of books there are, but when they come out, feel free to look at them, to indulge, and take what you want to take from it. Thank you for watching my episode of You Are Chicago. Follow your boy on all social medias. Anywhere, you feel me? MUSAREEMS. I go by the name of Musa Reems, aka Fleroy Jetson, aka Swank Thomas, you feel me? And we out here, aka Steez of Shuttleworth. Make sure you support the good people at You Are Chicago. I had a lot of fun today. It's beautiful to have this support, so shout out to them. Be blessed, be loved, and be safe.